Hi there. It's December 27th and time for Proverbs 27. Let's jump over there. Get kind of a late start today. Okay. We're still in Solomon's Proverbs that King Hezekiah's men copied, right? Do not boast. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring, right? Another way of putting this is do not put off till tomorrow what you can do today, right? This one's important. Let another praise you and not your own mouth. A stranger and not your own lips. God detests braggers, right? Prideful people. Okay? Just so you know, he hates that. The stone is heavy and sand a burden, but provocation by a fool is heavier than both. A fool's wrath is heavier than them both. Provocation, right? Even provoked by these protesters. I dare you, come on, That's a burden. Heavier than sand and weight. Wrath is cruel and anger overwhelming. But who can stand before jealousy? And that's a very true statement. Jealousy is the worst kind of anger. It hurts the worst. It cuts the deepest because it involves betrayal of somebody you loved and trusted. Okay? Jealousy is the betrayal or even the thought of betrayal. Okay? And you can't deal with it. Okay? You just can't. 5, better is open rebuke than hidden love. You think? I think so too. If you have love, you should show it. 6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but excessive the kisses of an enemy. Right? And a friend's going to tell you what you're doing wrong, okay? I'm trying to straighten you out. 7, one who is full loathes honeycomb, but to one who is hungry, every bitter thing is sweet. Right? You're full, couldn't eat anything, nothing sounds good, but to somebody born starving, even a moldy crust of bread sounds good to them, right? 8, like a bird that strays from his nest is a man that wanders from his home. Stay home, play in your own backyard, love your own family, right? Iron sharpens iron. Okay, verse 9. As ointment and perfume gladden the heart, so the sweetness of one's friend comes from his sincere counsel. Okay? That's a nice saying, huh? Nice to have a really good friend like that. 10, don't forsake your friend or your father's friend, nor go to your brother's house in the day of your disaster. Better a neighbor nearby than a brother far off. Now, that's a true statement. My brother lives 745 miles away from me. I have friends that are 15 minutes away, if disaster would strike. Okay? This just says be wise. Okay? Go to your friends. Be wise, my son, make my heart glad so I may answer anyone who taunts me. Okay? Tell your kids to be wise. When somebody comes to you, your son did this and this and this, and if you know your son is wise, say, no, my son wouldn't do that. Okay? That's not my son. Look for somebody else. 12, the prudent see danger and hide, but the naive keep going and pay the penalty. Okay? You see these protesters, you see people fighting, you see burning buildings and looting stuff, right? You're not going to go there, okay? The naive, foolish, over here it says, the foolish go on and pay the price for it. Okay, more about co-signing. He never stops talking about co-signing. Take a man's garment who puts up security for a stranger and hold it in pledge as security for a seductive woman. I don't know why they put seductive women in there. 14, if someone blesses his friend with a loud voice early in the morning, it will be taken as a curse. We all know people like that, right? We all know people like that. 15, continual dripping on a day of steady rain, and a contentious woman or wife are like hiding her is like hiding the wind or grasping oil with the right hand. Okay, and we all know Solomon had a lot of problems because he had 7 100 wives. I can't even imagine. I just can't even imagine that, okay? Okay, 17, big verse. As iron sharpens iron, so a person sharpens the countenance of his friends. Right? Iron sharpens iron. If you want to be a good Christian, hang around good Christians, right? If you want to be a good mechanic, find a good mechanic to hang around, okay? With anything, iron sharpens iron, okay? I spent most of my career as a computer technician, okay? And I hung around other computer technicians, 5 or 6 of us. And we sharpened each other. Everybody knows something that somebody else doesn't know, right? At that one time, I was an expert on the random access memory of a computer, okay, and everything about it. I could look at a memory chip from across the room and tell you who made it, how big it was, what it would hold, and what it belonged in. Okay, I can't do that anymore. I don't remember how to do that, right? And other people knew hard drives, and other people knew processors, and software. And, iron sharpens iron. Everybody learns from everybody else, right? Hang around people that you want to be like. Okay. 18, whoever tends a fig tree will eat its fruit. Whoever takes care of his master will be honored. Back then, you hired a gardener. They were allowed to eat the fruit while they were picking it and tending your tree. They were allowed to do that. That was the law. So, 19, as water reflects the face, so a person's heart reflects the person. It's weird. They use water. Let's go to the lake, see yourself, right? A mirror, same thing. Okay, face reflects face, some of them just say. So a person's heart reflects the person. You know what kind of person they are by what's in here. 20, Sheol and Abaddon are never satisfied, and neither are the eyes of man. Therein lies the problem with all earth today, right? People are never satisfied. You always see something better than what you have. Oh, man, I want that one and not this one. And, I want a bigger house. I want a smaller house. I want a faster car. I want a bigger car. I want a bigger truck. If man can learn to be satisfied with what they have, they would be truly rich. Okay? But the eyes of man are never satisfied. And business plays into this. That's why they sell all these things, Put stuff at the checkout counter. Ooh, I need that. Right? And pretty soon, our houses are so full of crap that many people have to go out and they will rent a storage unit. Right? And the storage units were meant to be temporary, okay? My business is moving across the state, they're moving me. I need to put this stuff in storage till I find another house and I'll come and get it, right? Storage unit. Now people use it to store crap, okay? They never go and visit their crap, and they pay money, like $75 a month to store crap that they never look at, but they have it, so it's mine now, right? Crazy. The eyes of man are never satisfied. Okay, 21, a crucible is for silver and a furnace is for gold, but a person is proved by the praise he receives, right? By the praise you receive. Not by you talking about yourself, by what other people say about you. That's reputation. That's how you're proved, by your reputation. 22, even if you pound the fool along with the grain in a mortar with a pestle, his foolishness will never leave him. That was always gross to me, all right? 23, know well the condition of your flocks. Pay attention to your herds, for riches are not forever, nor a crown from generation to generation. This is all one thing, okay? When hay is removed and the grass appears, the grain from the hills is gathered in. Lambs will provide you with clothing, and goats the price of a field. There will be enough goat's milk for food, and food for your household, and sustenance for your maidservants. Okay, this whole thing is one. That is one saying right there. Okay, and in the modern terms, it's know well the condition of your finances, right? Pay attention to your herds, right? Pay attention to the bills that are due, the people that want money, your mortgages, your food, your children, right? Money doesn't last forever, nor a crown from generation to generation, all right? If you inherit something, it's going to be gone because it's gone, okay? And this whole thing is about knowing your finances, okay? Men, this is for you. Don't put this on your wife. You know the condition of your finances, your family. It's your job to nurture and protect them, okay? Not a wife's job. So that's important stuff. And there has been entire books written about this kind of thing, okay? So there you go. That's Proverbs 27. I didn't highlight a whole lot in here. Like I said, most of it is stuff we've studied before in Solomon. But there's some stuff that stands out. Right? Like number 2, let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger, not your own lips. Okay? Never brag, never be conceited, never be haughty or arrogant. Right? Let somebody else do that. For wrath is cruel and anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? And we talked about this. Jealousy is an anger that involves more hurt than anger. It involves betrayal of a friend or a loved one. Right? How could you betray me? Okay, highlighted 17. And talked about this in depth. As iron sharpens iron, so a person sharpens the countenance of his friend. Right? It doesn't say steel sharpens iron, or clay sharpens iron, or wood sharpens iron, or iron sharpens wood. Iron sharpens iron, right? Right? As a mechanic sharpens a mechanic, right? As a technician sharpens a technician. As a wise man makes a person wiser, right? 20. We just talked about this, right? Sheol and Abaddon are never satisfied, and neither are the eyes of man. They are never satisfied. You will find an occasional person who is satisfied with everything they have, even though they may have very little. They are very happy, right? They're happy that they have food to eat, a roof over their head, warm clothes, and a bed to sleep in. Okay? And they don't desire more. Okay? And this, we won't read this whole thing again, right? Know well the condition of your flocks, your banks, your bills, your accounts, right? Pay attention to your herds, your money, your bills, your accounts, your food. For riches are not forever, nor a crown from generation to generation. Right? Money don't last forever. You have to keep your eyes on it. Okay? So, there you go. That's Proverbs 27. Okay? Stay tuned later today. We are on day 362 of our Through the Bible in 1 year, and we are starting Revelations today. Okay, there's 25 chapters they're going to cover in 4 days. So there's going to be a lot of reading coming up here, but we're going to get through it. We're not going to tear it apart and study it in depth. Okay, we are reading through the Bible cover to cover. I already did a very in-depth study on Revelations here last year, where it took over a month and lots of side notes and other books and references and stuff we looked up and got really into it. And it's very interesting if you wanted to go through it. But until later, we'll keep doing this, okay? See you then.